Hey, this is Kevin Stoda. Welcome to the portal about the wisdom of Kung Fu. Kung Fu? Kung Fu involved effort, of course, not a natural skill. And but now it means something like a martial arts form. Um, it's related to the period when Bruce Lee became famous. Bruce Lee died shortly before the making of this. So another actor named Kane took over, or with a pseudonym Kane over. In any case, the wisdom of Kung Fu, it's the first time I ever, wanted to try to shave my head like the little boy did. But it's wisdom, tools, and were shared in that drama. You think, well, why can't they do that again? I guess most people make fun of that sort of thing, but at the time it worked out quite seriously for us young kids. Half American Shaolin priest was an expert on ancient Chinese art of Kung Fu. It is said a Shaolin priest can walk through the walls, looked for, he cannot be seen. Listened for, he cannot be heard. Touched, he cannot be felt. Kane had been trained mostly by Master Khan and Master Po at Shaolin Temple in the Honan province of China. But he had to leave the country. Kane learns he has a half-brother. While searching for Danny Kane, Kwai Cheng Kane is sought by a Chinese assassin and assassins and American bounty hunters who are after the 10,000 reward that China in widely distributed wanted posters offers for his capture. Only 5,000 for his death. Okay. So Grasshopper is what the Poe called Kane when he was younger. And touch. Through them, a man may reach out and see another's feelings or speak his own. Is it not sad, Master, that the hands of a man may strike a blow as well as caress? Pain and pleasure are like two bells side by side, and the voice of each makes a trembling in the other. Are pain and pleasure so alike? Are the eyes and tongue alike? You see the butterfly in an ugly wound, and the same tongue which screams also laughs. I don't think the Poe always answered the questions. And that's more of a, I think, a Buddhist touch there, rather than in any. Let's look at some other phrases and use it in that. Grasshopper would say, of all things, to live in darkness must be the worst. The elder says, fear is the only darkness. The only fear itself. From a different elder, never assume one cannot see if he has no eyes. What does he mean by that? One cannot see. And I guess it's true. One of the masters had no eyes. He was blind. It's played by Gay Luke. One of the dialogues with him went like this. We have a good collection this month, Liu. I find Master Po already. I have found 2 pieces of rare beauty. I am most grateful. We are grateful to you for rewarding our carelessness. No, there's a way of humbling that we don't always get in the West. Here would be Poe speaking again. You walk with me, Grasshopper? Yes, master. Master, man to whom you spoke, Liu, is he a confused one? What is your view? He is a beggar like the rest. I can see he is greatly in need of food, but he does not eat. He seeks to satisfy a stronger hunger. In case he values what is worthless, broken pieces of pottery, which uses to decorate a monument he is making for a public area. To you, it's not worthless. To him, I guess, bits and pieces that cannot be put back together. Not to, this is part of our quick judgment in society. If we understand somebody's purpose, we can assume they're confused or crazy or misguided or misbegotten, I guess. Here's another one. Liu says, "Why are you following me? What do you want? Ah, you are from the temple. Have you nothing better to do? Instruct to follow you. Now you can think of a better story than that. It is the truthful man said to me. Why? He said you could teach me great knowledge." Li, la, Liu laughs. "But I cannot read or write. What can I teach anyone? Master Po said you had found both great wisdom and great happiness. And if I observed you, I might learn what they are." Liu laughed again. "Master Po has played on you, sending you to tramp on the dusty road. An old man who does all he can do. He lives every day from its start to its end and hopes there may be another to follow." Young young Cain says, "There must be more." "Nothing more, my son, but if you choose to think there may be more, you are welcome to follow." I know that the part about living each day that starts to its end is part of mindfulness training that's very popular in the West. There's another conversation between the three of them. "Hey," Liu says, young Cain says, "I cannot remember. You are not paid. Work is hard. Why do you?" Young Cain, "I have not learned what Master Po wishes me to learn." "Ah, that Master Po to play such a cool game on a good boy. Here, go work." Po asks. "Ah, then you no longer think him confused?" "No, Master. I now see the great clarity that instructs his efforts. Clarity, when he treasures what his knowledge of which you spoke. Take heart from the accomplishment of Li Yu, the work of here. Labor upon labor, piece by piece, beauty upon beauty. Is it but a monument, or is it the man himself that we're looking at?" Think about it. Young Cain says, "If you worry, will the future change?" The reference here was Casey will stand for that stands for Kwai Chong Cain when he was a young adult. Young KC will stand for when you will worry, will the future change? Man says, "All because I was a rascal and a fool. I gambled away all the month's rent for my tenants. I bought wine for everyone and paid the flower girls for as many as I have fingers left. And with the 4 pieces of silver, you would have bought more wine and the flower girls, would you not?" Man nods in accomplishment. "Then perhaps with a finger you have bought wisdom, and that would be well worth the price." People who gamble are crazy, but it is something. We all have addictions and something, and you have to be careful and know when to stop, and that's be your wisdom. Continue. Man cries in pain. "I have lost too much, troubled of what you gain. It is not with myself I am troubled, master, but for the sick man Lu. If he does not have his hand stand to its strength, what is more forceful than quiet water?" Yeah, there's later the story continues. "Master Quay, I was so much trouble for you. You were much you my husband who had a hand to be ripped unwantedly off, with so many good years left of work. That appeased the spirit, for it was good loss. The spirit just let Lu live. Sometimes we must lose part of a gamble in order to win in the end. Master, Lu might not have consented to the loss of his arm except for the appearance of Ko. Lu believed in demons by his own choice, not by ours. The appearance of one of his demons helped. What on the ground? They throw their rice bowls. What about you, old man? How many bowls do you need to eat from?" says Po. "I can sell it. Throw it down." Po does so, and accidentally a small book, and he picks it up. "What's that?" "It is of value to no one but myself. Some poems that I wrote." "Throw it down." And the back, "Can any man afford such arrogance?" So he could have given it them, but he decided to take the arrogance from going ahead and fight. So sometimes he would have given the man whatever he asked. Just look in Bible Jesus says to go ahead and go extra mile for somebody, but for the arrogant. Young Cain says, "Trade us, yet we feed and clothe him. Can and you disapprove?" Young Cain said, "It is said he swore on oath as one of us never to reveal our secrets. It is said that when he left us, he taught farmers to be soldiers and led them to their deaths in foolish rebellion. I am aware of his unsavory adventures. I know also his hunger and cold. But, Master, will not food and new clothing strengthen him to go out and cause more suffering? It may, but when he leaves us in the morning, will the earth fall away from under his feet? Will the sun shining on all else withhold light and warmth from him? Will water turn to mud when he stops to drink? If sun and earth and water refrain from judgment, who am I to withhold the..." Let's go back to that again. Jesus said that too. Doesn't part two? The Bible says that the rains fall on the evil and back to it. Cain lungs are greater than himself, or a weakness inside which he cannot understand. All right. When I was growing up, it created the greater American interest in martial arts, and it was full of lots of texts of wisdom that I was sharing with you just now. I'd like to share some more in part two of Kung Fu and You. If you have any comments, I appreciate it, and you can send them to me if you have them. If you would like to give this channel a thumbs up, you want to hear some more of these, let me know. And again, subscribe to the Kevin Stoddard channel if you can. And again, come to the porch.